it's the men that make us more complex than we truly are.
Correct.
Yes.
Because as he said, you don't hold us accountable. However, if you didn't do the bonehead things that you did, what are we holding you accountable for?
Exactly.
And then when we do hold you accountable and when we do call you on the carpet and we do want to have a conversation with you, what do you say? She's nagging. She's complaining.
Exactly.
I don't understand you.
Exactly.
But with the whole understanding, just because you've been with one woman doesn't mean you know them all.
Right.
You have to go into every different situation clean slate. So if you can't get out here and love like you never been hurt and trust like you never been disappointed, you losing. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to the chick. I mean, it's very unfair.
Right.
So just because you feel like, okay, well, I dated Jock and, you know, she was like this, now I'm going to come over and treat Nicole like I did Jock. You can't do that. They're two completely different people.
It's not going to work.
So you start making us difficult when you go treat Sarah like you do Becky.
Exactly.
Y'all see that underlying Sarah Becky joke?
I feel
you better not.
We got it.
You better not.
I got you.
No. But seriously, I mean,
It's the truth.
can y'all help me out?
I think men, and I'm definitely not trying to bash on the males, I think men, for lack of listening, because listening is an active verb. You have to sit and be quiet and take in the information, process it, and then utilize it to understand a woman or to understand anything, your job, your sports, whatever. If we're telling you something and you're not listening to what we're saying, then of course we're going to seem complex because you've automatically tuned us out and you've taken your own theory. Well, I know she said this, but I'm going to do this. So I think it comes in part with listening because, like I said, we're not that complicated of people.
Right. I mean, and just like Don always would want to say on the show, just shut up and listen. But the people who not listening are the men. So what happens? You know, he keeps doing the same bonehead thing. And James online just said, it's not my job to hold you accountable. You should be holding yourself accountable. You should love yourself enough to want to be a better man for your woman. And if you're not doing that, you with the wrong one.
And I think a lot of times men, they have a difficulty with communicating. Just saying, if you get with a woman, you meet a woman and you get with her and you know that you're not looking for a relationship, express that. We would all be better off if you would say to us what you really want out of when you meet someone.
Right.
If you get with her and whatever happens between the two of you, if you don't want to keep it to, you know, to further that relationship, then just say that.
Right.
If you want a relationship, then tell her.
Absolutely.
Pursue her.
And understand, every conversation is not an argument.
Right.
If I step to you and it's something I don't like that you did, I'm coming to you as a woman to have a conversation. I'm not nagging. I'm not doing any of that. I want to have a conversation with a grown man, and if you can't be that, let me go get one. Let me get this. Let me get this call. You're on with Control Chaos. Make sure your radio's down. Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Thanks for calling.
Yes, I want to make a comment.
Okay, just make sure you turn your computer down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, call us back. 314-714-4200. But when you call, guys, make sure you turn your computer back or we get a lot of feedback. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's very simple. I mean, and just getting away from relationships very quickly. As mothers, we expect the best out of our children. People that come around our children, we expect them to celebrate our kids and not just tolerate our kids, whether biological or not. So if you coming around and you upset, you know, people were talking about the cost of children, all that kind of stuff. You know what? It is what it is. You lay down and have them, stand up and take care of them. So at the end of the day, it's like, all I want you to do is be the man you were when you helped create them.
Hey.
Let's take this call.
It's not much.
You're on Control Chaos.
Yes, I got a question for you, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you all are so simple,
Okay.
and I'm just wondering, why is it that young women black women can't get along with each other? there's always jealousy talk amongst each other. So and so, she's jealous of me. She doesn't like me. Like, how? When will I hear the woman steps up and say, you know what, I'm the problem?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this, and we had a conversation about this earlier, Don, while you trying to call y'all informal. But we were just talking about this before the show. There are many the women are the problem, and we're gonna take it back to before the women. It's mothers. Mothers raise their daughters to feel like people are jealous of their kids. So women, I mean, you can call in and tell me if I'm wrong. How many times did you go home and say, Mommy, Tisha said I was ugly, or she didn't like my hair, and she say, baby, Tisha just jealous of you. So when you grow up and, you know, people are saying things against you, we are taught that it's because you have a problem with me. Right. If somebody's in the club and they looking at me, you automatically like,
why she looking at me?
What are you looking at? Right. So I agree with you, to be honest, to say it is us. We have to grow up and get beyond the mess. To be honest, I mean, we have to pretty much reteach ourselves that not every woman is jealous of us. Because for me, y'all know the question I asked. You tell me one thing, two things that you accomplished or done in your whole entire life for me to be jealous of. Typically, it'll shut somebody up.
Okay, there you go.
That's real.
So
that's real.
I think as mothers, though, we need to make sure to teach our kids, especially to teach our daughters, you know, when they come home and say, Mommy, you know, I had a bad day. LaQuisha came home. LaQuisha hit me and said I was ugly. Okay, baby, well, she might think you're ugly. But to me, you're beautiful. To everybody else, you're beautiful. Or, you know, don't worry about what people say, instead of saying, oh, she just mad because you got long, pretty hair.
Right.
So it is us.
It is.
Anything else?
All right, well, that was my only question, man. Y'all enjoy y'all night. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I'm out.
All right.
All right.
Let's take this other call. You're on Control Chaos. I was going to say, how can I help you? You're on Control Chaos.
Yes, I have a response to the brother that just, you know, mentioned about women being jealous. And I feel that a lot of men put us in positions to act that way because they don't represent us. They don't step up and, you know, put somebody in their place and let them know, you know, you're not going to come walking up to me. I don't care how many years ago we dated. You know, you're going to respect my woman. Of course, we have to stand up and defend ourselves. And a lot of men, they feel like, oh, we starting stuff, but it's not that we're always starting stuff. It's that they need to step up and be the men that they are. I'm not saying go slap this female, but at the same time, put her in her place. That way she'll know where her position is, and it's behind me, you know, but they don't do that. So we have to step up and act a fool when we shouldn't have to. So
I definitely agree with that, but I'm going to spin it just a little bit because for me, you know, I'm probably not the typical female, and I'm probably not going to give the typical female answer. But for me, I'm all about self-accountability. Right. And if a woman is bold enough to come up to you while you with your man, then the only time you're going to get jealous is if you feel like it's a threat. Right. Because if you know that your man is loyal to you and you know everything's on the good and you don't have that gut feeling in the side, like, can't no woman come up and even do that. Like, unless there's something going on, she can't come up and say anything anyway. So
I agree. I wouldn't even step in public with a man like that. So when women are put in that position, it's because of how that man is acting. And yes, she may not never go on a date with him again, or she may not even be seen out in public with him again. But at the same time, she's going to defend herself at that moment. But it's even foul that women have to go to that extent when this man needs to put whoever in their place at that moment.
I definitely agree with that. But I was just addressing when you were saying like that's a reason to be jealous. I mean, for me... No
reasons to be jealous at all.
I say get that help for a thank you card. Because she just showed you
exactly. Send her on her way.
Right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling in.
That's good stuff.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
You guys, we're just getting started. It's ladies' night. We're about to kick into this Kahlua cheesecake. You guys stay with us. More when we come back. We're going to be talking about more of how women are raised. Some tips for the ladies. We're not doing any male bashing. It's not worth it. Y'all know y'all ain't I'm just joking. Y'all stay with us. You're on with Control Chaos. iWatchRadio.com. Make sure you go like the